let us discuss different kind of car buyers, and then let me know which category you fall under. So we have 4 different types. The first type is what we call the analytical. Now this is a very detail oriented client. They want you to take them through the importation process. They want to know, different makes and models of a car. They want to compare. If you are suggesting a Prado, they want to compare with a J2. They want to compare like different models and see which one to settle for. They want all the details. How's the fuel consumption? They want all the details, and they're very keen. Most of them are introvert, but they are detail oriented, and they will eventually buy from you, especially if you are able to answer all their questions, and give them all the details that they need. These are very, serious client, or a very serious lead. The second type of a client is what we call the controller. Now, controller has very minimal time for chatting. In fact, most of them will be like, I only have 10 minutes. Are we able to wrap up the whole explanation or the whole discussion in only 10 minutes? And I think most of you are even controllers, because sometimes I see on the comment section, make your video short. They just want all the information to fit in a 2 minutes script or 10 minutes script. That's a controller. This person will also buy. Most of the time they want things to go their way, and once you understand that, then I'm telling you, you're going to close that sale. Now, the other category of car buyers that I've interacted with are what we call the enthusiasts. These are mainly car enthusiasts. Now, these ones are, I will say, my favorite. Yes, because most of them, they want some relatability, and then they're so excited maybe about a certain model that they've ever driven or ever, had a test drive or ever experienced, or maybe they've seen maybe a Volvo XC90 on the road, and then someone else was talking something exciting about that car, and they want to experience exactly that. They've maybe tried to go and hike Mount Longonot, or they've even hiked Mount Kilimanjaro. So having that shared experience is really exciting to them. They want to pick that car from Mombasa and do a road trip with family and friends from Mombasa to Nairobi. Don't put their car on a car carrier. They want to enjoy the test driving. They are very excited, and they are a good set of clients. And also, they do understand so much about cars, or they have so much product knowledge. These are the clients that will come looking for a very unique car in the market, and they know so much about that car. And sometimes I like to take the back seat and let them educate me, because I also get to learn a lot. And then the final kind of a client is what I will call an amiable. Now, an amiable is a client that just wants, first of all, a testimonial. They just need to feel safe. They just need to know that their money won't get stolen. They want to confirm, have you already imported a similar car to a previous client? How was the process like? Are those testimonials? You can be good friends with them. They're just chilled out. They're easygoing. And as long as they kind of sense your energy, and they sense that, you're genuine and all that, most of them will have been following you for a while. And then now they'll be like, yeah, I think this is the person that I'm going to import my car with. Now, out of all those categories, I know by now you're already ranking yourself and seeing where you belong. So once you get to understand the different kind of clients, it becomes easy to interact with each of them. Because I think the mistake that most people make, and this is not only in car industry, every department that you're in, you want to treat people the same way, and you're forgetting, first of all, people have personality types. People are just generally different. Now, you're going to find that there's some clients that are very detail oriented, and the clients that whenever they're buying, they're guided by, I would say, is it a small thing or a big thing to them? Because something like color, a client will be specifically buying a car because of color. They're saying, I want a red Mazda CX-5. After, if this client stumbles across a white CX-5 that, matches all the specs, has a lower mileage, they won't go for it, because originally they want a red car. And they'll even tell you, this is what I want, this is what represents what I'm looking for. Someone else might be looking for something like a sunroof. They're technically buying a sunroof. So they might get a car that has a very good specs, maybe a top spec, but as long as it doesn't have a sunroof, then they won't go for that car. Because I've sold so many Prados, recently I'm getting clients that are telling me they don't want the Prados that have that front handle. They want a Prado that has a 360-degree. And I can tell you for sure they're willing to pay more, because we find most of the 2019 models, they come with that one. But then there's some that don't have, a bit highly priced, or they're even willing to go for a new model like a 2021, the 70th anniversary model, because of a very specific reason. So for Mazda CX-5, something else that I've ever gotten is something like a Bose sound system. Someone will reject a car simply because it doesn't have a Bose sound system. And you see, those are the things that kind of make the client happy. And as Gladys, I'm here to ensure that all my clients are happy. So whichever spec you're looking for, whichever kind of a client that you are, whichever kind of a car buyer that you are, whether you're an enthusiast, a controller, an amiable, or an analytical, make sure you reach out to me. We're going to have a discussion. I have some background information because I've dealt with clients for over 5 years. So that means that I'm so conversant, and I know how to take you through the process. Call me, let's talk, come to our office, let's have a one-on-one face interaction. As of now, let me wish you a good afternoon. Bye.